Veo 3 generates clips that most users online can't seem to distinguish from those made by human filmmakers and actors. Check this out.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's great. So that's all AI.
That's all AI.
That's insane.
That does not look like AI.
There has to be some type of like safeguard to content creators.
Yeah.
It's a $1 trillion industry, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How do you protect it?
I mean, I think the way to protect it is it's kind of up to the platforms, to be honest with you, because if the platforms don't do anything, then people are just going to pump out AI stuff all over the place, and they're already doing it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that aren't realizing how powerful this is, and they're thinking that it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen to me. It's not going to take my job.
It's going to happen to everyone.
What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to modern reality. Guys, today we have a very special episode where Andy and DJ
Cruise fucking internet.
That's what, you didn't match my energy, bro.
Well, I typically try to like
No, you don't.
counter.
You got to match the energy.
Okay.
Do it again.
All right.
You part.
You got to line it up.
No, you are. I already did.
I forget the energy tone.
Andy and DJ
Cruise internet.
All right, that's what we got.
That was good.
There we go.
I got you.
There we go. Good job, brother.
Got you.
All right. Now, today we have a very special guest. My buddy Nathan from Unspeakable. You guys know him as Unspeakable on YouTube. He stopped in. He's on his way to Oklahoma. He wanted to stop in and talk some business, talk some cars, and probably talk some shit too.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm ready.
What's up, brother?
So, dude, I'm hanging out. We just flew in. Awesome to be here. The facility is incredible.
Thank you, brother.
I've seen pictures of it. DJ just gave me a tour. It was unreal.
It's cool. It's all right. I mean, it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's
That's
all
what
right.
we said in the gym. We're like, it's not a bad place to work out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's better than a sharp stick in the eye.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
You know, it's all right.
You know, I don't know if I want to choose this or the Planet Fitness, but you know.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, it's about the same.
But
Yeah,
it's
man.
awesome.
Well, it's great to have you here, dude. I don't even know how we connected. I think we connected through DMs.
yeah, I think it's through DMs and cars.
Yeah.
we both got a huge passion for cars. So
Yeah.
I've been following Andy. I've actually been listening to the show since like 2016, back when it was MFCEO project. So it's awesome to see how the show has transformed over the years, and then to become a listener of the show to then being on the show is awesome.
Dude, what's so cool is like your story. Because like when you were listening back in the day, you were in high school.
Yep.
Right. And now you've got YouTube, tens of millions of followers across platforms. You've got an amazing CPG business. Let's talk a little bit about how that evolved and like get right into it. Because before we get into, you know, the talking shit, I want you guys to understand this young man's story because, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah. So pretty much, I started. So for those of you that don't know me, I make YouTube videos. If you're watching this and you have kids, probably ask them if they know Unspeakable. That your kids probably know me, not in a weird way.
How about saying, hold on, pause. We got to reframe that a little bit.
But our demographic is younger. Tons of kids watch our show. I've been doing it since 2012. So I started in October of 2012. That's when I graduated high school in 2016. So I started when I was like in middle school, going into freshman year of high school, and pretty much just started by playing video games in my room. I started with a game of Minecraft. It was my favorite game at the time. I loved playing it with my friends, just grinding out hundreds and hundreds of videos. Over time, so I'll speed up the story a little bit, but it took me.
Bro, we're not in a rush. Like whatever's relevant. Yeah.
But like,
I want to hear it.
But it was it was just a grind learning everything, dude. Like I didn't know how to edit a video, film a video. My personality, like if you go back to some of my first videos, I was so incredibly shy. I was a very shy kid in school, and that was a belief that I had to break because I was like, man, how's a YouTuber kid going to be a shy kid, right? Like I got to entertain an audience if I want to be a YouTuber. But it was kind of this thing that when I started YouTube, I was interested in it. I was curious about it. But I didn't have a huge like passion for it. over time, as I made more and more videos, my passion grew and developed with it. Because I'm a big believer in like, you don't really know that you love to do something until you do it for maybe a couple years. So that's what I discovered. A couple years down the line, I started to grow. It turned into an obsession, pretty much. So about 3 years in, I'm still struggling, still trying to find a viral video, still posting videos. I think my first year on YouTube, I posted 143 videos. My second year on YouTube, I posted like 220 videos. By year 3, I was pretty much doing videos every single day, posting one video every single day. And these are all long form videos. I know today people have shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks. These are all like 10, 15, 20-minute videos, edited stories.
Every day. It's a lot of work.
Every day. A lot of work.
You're doing it yourself?
Doing all of it myself.
Yeah.
And I was still in school too.
That's a shit ton of work.
Yeah, still in school. So I remember there's days where I would like come home from school, 3 or 4 o'clock. I would just work on videos till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up at 6:30 because I ran cross country in the morning. Dude, it was
going
brutal. First couple periods in school, I would always sleep because I was just so tired. And the teachers, like I told the teachers what I did. I was like, I worked last night for 8 hours. Like I just need a 30-minute nap. And they're like, yeah, you're good. My teachers were super nice, but
that's cool, dude. What's interesting is the part where you say, how you were shy, and then the reps helped you develop your and get through your shyness, right? Like a lot of people will ask, young podcasters will ask me, or people that are trying to become more better speakers in public, and I'm always like, bro, just reps, man, reps. And how do I get reps? I'm like, well, you got to start being pretty bad, you know. So that's cool, man.
Yeah. So it took me. So for my first video to go viral. I consider a viral video 1 million views. Everyone looks at viral videos differently, but my first video to hit 1 million views, it took me 574 tries.
Dang.
So 574 uploads. It was about 3.5, almost 4 years in the process. But after I got my first video go viral, the second one came very quickly, like a month or 2 after, and then the third, and then the fourth. And that's when I started to learn about the power of momentum, because
it's just compounding at that point.
Yeah, compounding like crazy. I mean, growing anything in business and life is just, there's so much momentum behind it that people don't understand. But it took me I think it was about 5.5 years to get to 1 million subscribers. And when I hit 1 million subscribers, I actually graduated high school, which was cool. So moved out, bought a house, never went to college, never had a job. Just straight to YouTube. So
you cool. Are the story that all the kids want to be like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Dude.
Yeah, pretty much. But it didn't get easier from there.
Yeah.
Definitely got a lot harder, because a lot of people think like, oh, once you get to, a certain place, because I thought this, I always thought like, oh, once I get to 1 million subscribers, things will be easier because then I'll have an audience of people to entertain. But in the reality, it's the opposite, because now I have 1 million people that I could lose. I worked so hard to get these 1 million people, and now I got to keep them entertained every week, every month, and I got to keep growing from there on top of that.
You got to innovate, and you can't get stale, and yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so this was just the beginning of all the other problems that I was going to develop. But yeah, just kept pushing through, kept going. Channel started blowing up more and more and more. I was launching more channels. I also decided to get out of the gaming space eventually, so I launched a real life channel where basically we do crazy stuff. I mean, we hunt tornadoes. We've built life-size Lego houses. What is something we're doing right now? We're trying to make a Lamborghini fly. We're trying to put wings on it.
How do you come up with the ideas for this? Yeah.
So, as I developed thousands and thousands of YouTube videos, you start to discover like these blueprints that you can basically blueprints, formulas for thinking of video ideas. One of the coolest things that there's a lot of them that I use, but one of my favorite ones is like the 1 + 1 = 2 method. And basically what it is where you take 2 ideas. Sometimes I'll take ideas from different places, or I'll take 2 ideas of my own videos and I'll combine them to make a third idea. So one of my most viral videos is I filled my house with packing peanuts.
I saw that.
Yeah. So that was like a 1 + 1 = 2 idea. I took an idea from something else, and something else, combined it together and made a third idea. And that's kind of my next mission that I'm focusing on is, you know, I've had this huge success myself. I'm obviously having a lot of focus on like the CPG stuff and our Fruit Blocks company. But my next mission is with Blueprint, which is the next company that we're focusing on, is teaching creators how to be creators.
Yeah, you've been talking about that a lot.
How to be successful. Yeah, that's what my Instagram's all about. Yeah. So that's
you're a tactician, dude. Like it's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Like I watch trying to learn. I'm like, because we struggle with YouTube, dude. Because like
YouTube's a beast, man.
It's hard for us. You know, we're still really new to it, and most of our listeners are audio listeners because we've been doing it for so long, and sometimes we get frustrated with YouTube because we're like, dude, like this is not even comparable to what we do on audio. And I don't know, I feel like we put on a pretty good show, but so we're going to put some more focus into that, make it a little bit more entertainment focused and let the podcast be a product of that,
Yeah. The best thing I try to tell people when they're like starting a YouTube channel, I think the best thing you can do is make your last video your competition. So like whatever your last video is, try to make the next one better in some way, shape, or form. I always like to tell people to pick 2 or 3 things from your last video. You know, maybe it's your intro, maybe it's your thumbnail, maybe it's your filming personality, whatever it is, and apply that to the next video. Because that's what I did for my first 574 videos till I got that first one to go viral. And then obviously I kept doing it. And, you know, now today I've posted over 5,000 videos across all the channels. But it's surreal looking back, man. It really,
you can tell you still really like it though. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Every day. It's exciting. I mean, when you get to go hunt a tornado with your friends in the middle of Iowa and document the process and then get 28 million views on the video and it pays you out $300K, it's a pretty good day.
That's not bad.
You know?
Do you have someone like a camera person documenting all the time? Like every day?
Not all the time.
Or just when you're like doing stuff?
Yeah, mainly, because like all of our videos take a huge amount of setup.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's normally a couple days of planning, a couple days or weeks of setup, and then a couple days of filming, and then 2-3 weeks of editing. So it's a process to get one video out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we're staggering all of our videos, so we have multiple teams working on different things at the same time. So we basically have like a lot of people, when they think of a production company, they have like editors, they have creative, they have script writers. We basically have like 3 production companies in one. So they're like alternating every single week.
Wow.
On all the different videos.
And how many people is that?
So right now in-house, I believe we have 24, and then we got another 10 just remote people.
Helping edit?
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
Dude, that's freaking awesome, man. To be 27 years old doing it. Like that's fucking sick.
Oh, he's doing it, dude.
I'm doing
sick.
it.
Yeah.
I'm deep in this.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
You should see his cars, bro.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite car you got right now?
Favorite car I have right now? Man, it's hard to tell. It's like every other month I switch something out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say the favorite one I have right now, I just got a 997.2 3RS.
Yeah, those are
It
hot
is
right
the
now.
most exhilarating raw car I've ever driven. I mean, it's just, this one has like an upgraded, clutch and all types of goodies.
It's a real driver's car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I was driving it the other day and I was like, man, this is not a car where I can like grab my phone and like change the music. I'm like, I'm glued to the car. But that's kind of what I wanted. It's cool.
Dude, that is one of my main things I love about cars is that if you're driving a car that takes skill to drive or has enough power to literally kill you and you have to be careful, you can't think about anything else. So a lot of people think it's just about like, oh, you're showing off your cars. Well, I mean, there's part of that, right? Like I want to inspire the young guys and know that it's possible, but it's really like the only thing I can really equate it to is if you're not very good at playing a musical instrument, okay? And like for me, when I was learning guitar, which I don't play anymore, but when I started learning when I was 30, I was very bad. But I had to do total focus, and then when I got done, even 30 minutes, I felt like better, almost like refreshed. And that's how I feel after I drive when I'm driving something that requires all my concentration. It's really cool. And the cool thing about driving too is you can always improve. Like a lot of people think it's just like, they think of it like as a commuter, and they don't think of it like, with your RS, rev matching or downshifting properly or heel towing, or there's just all these cool techniques that the average person doesn't realize can take a lifetime to master.
Yeah.
And so like even if you get good, it's you could still get better.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah, they're like engineering marvels too.
Yeah.
I mean, just the amount of stuff. Like I just had a McLaren Senna too,
Yeah.
and dude, we put that thing up on the lift, and I was like, I got to see underneath this thing. I mean, just like the amount of like carbon fiber ducting to like this wind goes here to cool this wind goes here. I'm like, this is under the car. You don't even see this.
Yeah. The Sennas are cool, bro. When I first saw them, I was like, who the would buy this thing?
Who designed
How ugly
this?
it is. But then you start to realize that everything on that car has a purpose.
Yep.
And if you ever drive one, you understand why, because they're just ridiculous in almost every way.
Yeah.
Did you have the round seats in it? In yours?
Like the race car seats? Yeah, they all have those.
Yeah. Well, no, you could get two different seats in the Senna. You could get that one that like rounds around, and then they have like a more standard race seat.
Oh, okay.
But I've never sat in the ones that round around your shoulders.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm fitting it.
No, they're not very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't look it.
It's just like bare carbon and a little bit of cushion. But
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So dude, you recently picked up I've been talking about this a little bit on my show, a GT500.
Yes.
What do you think?
If you're listening to this show and you love cars and you're on a budget, that's the best thing you can go for.
Bro, I totally agree.
Like, it is the most, I mean, to put this in perspective, I was on the track a couple months ago in a $450,000 Porsche.
Yeah.
And this thing was passing me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a race car driver, but I know how to drive.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on the track a good amount of times. I've had a lot of experience under my belt, but yeah, it's unreal. I
Yeah.
mean, and what's also incredible about Ford is like, you don't have to modify anything.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need an exhaust.
Yeah.
It doesn't need like carbon fiber wheels.
I wouldn't
like,
even want to
it's
change
just,
the exhaust because I'd be afraid it would be worse.
but it just sounds so good. It's for the price. You can't come close to beating it.
Dude,
I would put it up
agree.
there with $300,000 cars.
I
all
agree
day.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have said that before I owned one. Like I was saying before the show, I got the first customer delivered Ford GT, the new Ford GT in 2017, which I still have, which I love. And they called me when the 500 came out, and they were like, "Hey, you want one of these 500s? We'll give you one of the first ones. We'll do paint to sample or whatever on it." And I'm like, they're like, "Oh no, dude." My buddy Dave, he was like, "Dude, it's just as fast as a 3RS on the track." I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, there's no way." And then like 4 years go by, and Ryan Hardwick, a good buddy of mine, one of my best friends, he buys one, and I see him driving. I'm like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Dude, go buy one." So like, I'm on the internet at night. I'm like, "All right," and I buy one, and I got it because I think they look cool.
Yeah.
And dude, I couldn't believe how good it is. And then the inside of it is so comfortable, and like the ergonomics and like everything's right. Like it just feels good. And I feel that way about the 350R too. Like I feel like the 350R, you could pick those up for like what, 70, 80 right now?
Yeah.
And dude, like if you're a guy who likes to drive manuals, I don't think I've ever driven a better manual car than that car.
No,
and,
not for the
at
price.
any price.
No, yeah.
I mean, maybe when you get into the $500,000 range and you start talking about the high end 3RS manuals and things like that, like the one you just got, but dude, that's 5 times the price, it's just or more. It's just, I don't know, man. And then the way that flat 6 on that 3R or on the 350R, I mean, dude, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan of those cars. But yeah, man, we could talk about that later. I could
Keep me going about cars.
Yeah,
all
I could
day,
talk all
dude.
day, dude. Have you driven a Carrera GT yet?
I have not.
Yeah.
No,
You
that's
need-
on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and a 918.
Yeah. I got both of those. You could drive whenever you want, but Carrera GT for a manual car, it's just different.
Yeah, I heard it's pinnacle.
Oh my God.
Like nothing competes. Not
It's
even
just,
close.
dude, it's got all, it's just, how like we were talking about the GT Black Series, how it's a great car, but it doesn't make the sounds right. I couldn't critique the Carrera GT on anything it could do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's got enough power, but not too much power. It makes the right sounds. the pedals feel right, the shifter feels right, everything feels right, and it's super balanced. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's the car that killed Paul Walker. But yeah, man, that's why you got to respect the car, bro. You know,
That's how I felt driving the GT the other day.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Like, dude, I wasn't tripping off of anything else. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
straight.
dude, cars are getting so fast now too. Like I just picked up a 2025 S63,
Yeah.
and this is a S-Class Mercedes. Like it's like a limo.
yeah,
It's got 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
yeah.
What?
Is that a hybrid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a twin turbo V8 with, like 4 electric motors. I'm like, why do I need to be hitting 200 while I'm getting a massage in the back seat? So like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
but it's cool if you can.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. But I'm just like, cars are getting so fast for the street that
Yeah.
it's like, it's a little
Yeah.
scary.
I just bought a last August. So when I first got into cars, I had a 2012 R8 V10 manual, and I built it all the way I wanted. And then I got in a cash pinch where I needed some cash, so I had to sell it. I didn't have to sell it, but I decided to sell it. And then I could never find another one. And then I found last August, I saw a 15 pop up on one of the websites. I think it was Auto Tempest, and I bought it right there because I haven't seen one in like 10 years come up that was gated. And then I built it exactly like the one I had, same wheels, same everything. And dude, compared to, it's probably the slowest car I have in the garage, but it's also like one of the most fun. You know what I mean? Because dude, you're right. Like some of these cars have so much power that you can't really enjoy them unless you're like way out, on some big stretches,
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of like actually having to drive the car,
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the power on these cars is getting crazy, dude.
Do you have an SVJ?
No, I don't. I got pissed off at Lamborghini about 6 years ago, and I actually so when the SVJ 63 came out, I tell the story. It's just so I had like between when I started getting cars to when the SVJ 63 came out, I had owned probably 20 Lambos, 20 different Lambos, like a lot. And dude, everybody knew that Andy Frisella was a Lamborghini guy because I grew up that way. And then when the SVJ 63 came out, they didn't give me an allocation. And like I was the number one client at our local store. I was also one of the most visible people on the internet. I was you know what I'm saying? Like I made it and like, dude, and they didn't give me an allocation. And I'm like, guys, what the And they were like, well, and they kind of were like, and I'm like, well, you. And by the way, I also sponsored a race team. You know what I'm saying? So like we had a first form Lamborghini race car.
That was winning.
Yes, that won the championship.
Won. Yeah.
So I was like, I got rubbed wrong like that. It pissed me off. And so, dude, at the time I had two cars at home. I had an Aventador SV Roadster, which, dude, I'm going to get another one because I miss that car a lot. And then I had a Huracan Performante that was matte black, which I really like that car too. And dude, I traded him in on literally the truck came to pick them up, and on the truck was a TDF and the 458 Aperta. And then they took the two cars away. So and I made a little video and I sent it to him. Yeah. So I went from I wanted to prove a point. Yeah. So
Principle, man.
Yeah. So the Lambos went away. The Ferraris came in. I got it on my video and I sent it to him. This is you guys. But here's the cool thing. So I was kind of anti-Ferrari up until that point. And a lot of my buddies were like, dude, you know how there's a little thing there. And then when I got into the Ferraris, I was like, these are great. These are amazing cars. And they didn't look as aggressive, but the car was more fun to drive. And so now I'm I'm super big on the Ferrari V12s. I think the Ferrari V12s are insanely good. But, you know, they don't have the road presence or the curb presence of an SVJ.
Yeah.
And the sound's good. Like I run a Novatex on my V12s, and they scream, but they don't scream like a Gintani fucking
That's
SVJ.
That's what mine's in the shop right now, getting the exhaust.
Well,
literally right now. They said it's going to be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to fly back.
You can't wait to get
Oh,
back.
dude, I can't wait to get home Saturday. You
Yeah.
don't even know.
I'm gonna get another one. I want to get. I've been looking at this SV Roadster. I would like to. Eventually, I will get an SVJ Roadster and an SV Roadster. Because, dude, like I do like them. They're brutal. They're raw. The sound is insane. And like, dude, let's be real, man. Like, you just kind of feel a different way driving it. You know what I'm saying? So I love them, dude. I'm over it now. You know, but that was the story of
Scab is healed.
Yeah, like I like the cars, man. I just didn't like the way they went about it. And the conversation I had about the allocation with them was just like, it was rude. And then I will say this too, you know, a lot of people dog Ferrari for being, you know, like not wanting to deal with them, bro. I've had nothing but great experiences with them. They have been very nice, very good, very accommodating. And it's like, I don't have anything but great shit to say about how they run their company, you know? And I think the people that say bad shit are people that don't,
They're outside the club hating.
Sort of, yeah. Like it's kind of like once you're in the club, you know, it is what it is, but you know.
It's like that Chris Brown song.
Yeah,
you get outside the club, you can't even get in.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah.
I can only say how I've been treated, and they treat me tremendously well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm down at Ferrari of Austin. That's my dealer. They're amazing. But yeah, dude, I love cars, bro. And you know what's cool? It's not about the price of the car either. Like it's like my favorite car is my 70 Chevelle. Like that's the one I drive that car 5 times to every other one, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
you know, it's just about what fits you and what suits you and what you like.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, and once you've had like the cool shit, you stop valuing the cars on what they cost and you start valuing the cars on the experience.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've had all the new stuff. I've had all the techie stuff, the cool stuff, the fun stuff. And now I'm going back to the older stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Like the older cars, the stuff I wanted in the beginning, but I was like, man, the new one is so much cooler.
Yeah.
But once you have the new one, you're like, it's all right.
Yeah. You always find your way back home, bro.
Yeah, there's just so much character in some of the older cars.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to beat, but
yeah. Dude, when I was a kid, I grew up like loving Lamborghinis. That's probably one of the biggest reasons that I was able to stick through the hard times of our business was because I desired to participate in that hobby. I didn't want to be a spectator of it.
Yep.
That's why I get so upset when people shit on people for like wanting whatever they want. Cause you're like, bro, you don't know what good's going to come of that. Like now we employ all these people, they're building careers, you know, we have all these people getting in shape and doing like, there's a lot of good things that come from someone's, desire. And then as you grow, you start to realize that the true prize is the difference and the impact and your people around you, but you still appreciate that hobby. You know what I'm saying? And I just, you know, I grew up wanting white Countach, which I haven't owned yet. I still want to own that, even though I don't think I'll fit in it. But you know, and a 70 Chevelle. Yeah. Like that Chevelle, dude, when I look at that car, I'm like that's me, dude. Yeah. Like it feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like the same way, like growing up. This might sound ridiculous, but like one of my friends growing up, his dad owned all types of companies, but he had a white Superleggera, he had an Aventador, and I've never seen a Lambo in my life. And I would go over to his house and they lived in a very normal, like you wouldn't, if you looked at their house from the outside, you wouldn't know there's two Lambos in the garage.
Well, I was like that at one time.
Yeah, but I went in there and I was like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. And we went on a drive and all this stuff. And I just kind of thought, because I've always been a car guy even before I saw those cars, but I was like, and this might sound stupid, but I was like, if I don't figure out a way to own one of these cars before I leave this earth, I think I will be in depression. Like I just don't like
for eternity.
Like you look up depression in the dictionary, it's just a picture.
No, but it's just like he did it. Why can't I?
Yeah. That's true.
You know, like there's just there's no excuse, honestly. I was like, I'm getting in one of these cars.
Yeah.
And
It's a committed decision.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I get it, bro. Like I've always been the same way. Like I saw my first Countach when I was 8, and I was like, whatever I got to do, man. Like, and I tried everything, bro. I was doing lemonade and selling baseball cards, selling light bulbs door to door, like anything. Yeah, internet yellow page, like, dude, all this crazy shit. Like, I could go on and on and on. But like, yeah, dude. I mean, it was a huge motivator that helped me bridge that gap between the times when it was really, really hard and, now. You know what I mean? And it's a passion I still enjoy, and if you're not a car person, you're probably thinking like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? But if you are, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. I also remember like going to my local car show and just being like, when I didn't have a nice car, I was just a spectator. Like my parents would take me there or whatever. And now they're putting me in the VIP section and they're like, you're the nicest car here. Like it's cool. It's unreal to go through that.
Yeah, totally, bro.
So
totally. Well, man, first of all, did we cover your juice blocks?
I think not too much.
Let's talk about that because I want people to support that and know who's doing it.
Yeah, pretty much. So we launched a company. So as I got hundreds of millions of views on YouTube and grew my career, I started to realize that I'm basically running a marketing company without a product. So we were signing brand deals, we were signing all types of things. And I was like, I really need a product, like a real product, a scalable product, a good product. What can I put in my videos? And, we wanted to pick something that was going to align with our audience. So we started with apple juice, for kids. It went all right. We're kind of discontinuing it because, turns out kids don't actually like apple juice. It's more so the parents that give it to the kids.
For sure.
So now we're going down the fruit snacks route. So we have fruit snacks. We have sour fruit snacks that are launching. We're in all types of stores: Walmart, H-E-B, Kroger. It's pretty unreal how fast this company has grown. Mm-hmm. And I think because I had so much momentum and leverage behind my brand, I was able to get in a lot of doors that I wouldn't normally be able to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Like right off the gate, they put us in every single Walmart.
That's awesome.
Like on day one,
Awesome.
So it was really cool to see. But I think a lot of these older companies, older retail, are kind of opening their eyes to people that harness attention,
mm-hmm.
which I think today is just one of the most valuable things that you can have with your company.
They're starting to understand the creator economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just people that have personal brands, attention, views, whatever you have. Like it's just the most powerful thing that you can harness in the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you attach the loyalty, the trust, and all the other things behind it, I mean, you just become unstoppable.
Yeah.
So
how's that been for you in terms of, learning business from not from books, but from doing?
Yeah. It's the CPG stuff is a whole different ballgame.
Because you're a big reader like me, right? We were talking about this the other night in DMs. Like Nathan posted a shot of his book collection. I'm like, bro, that like is the exact book collection I have too. So we started talking about our favorite books, but like, I could tell you're a tactician in everything that you do. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear like how that's going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's going good. It's flying off the shelves, to be honest with you. We're having a lot of stores sell out. A lot of people are having trouble finding products. But I think that's kind of the results of aligning a really good product with our audience of, we average 100 million views every single month, across all our channels. So, we got 100 million people across the entire U.S. The U.S. is our biggest audience. We have people in the U.K., Australia, but the United States is our biggest audience. So when you align a product perfect with that audience, exactly what they wanted, and you launch it nationwide, I mean, of course, you're going to have a crazy effect of stores selling out and all that stuff. But obviously, you got to make a good product too, because one of the big things I learned from you is word of mouth.
Yeah,
is like easily the most important thing. So that's one thing we're working on. We're trying to make not just rebranded fruit snacks, but let's make the best fruit snacks on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm. So how involved are you in the business? Do you like, did you go through the entire, I think you did, but I want to hear it. Concept to, formulation to packaging to the dealing with the distribution. And are you doing all that yourself, or do you have some guys helping you, or did you hire executives that with experience, or just how'd you do it?
Yeah. So we actually got some guys with a lot of experience because, I was running all my YouTube channels. I was extremely busy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was already pulling like 80, 90, 100-hour weeks. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to add this on top with the amount of stuff I already have on my plate. So, we went out, our management company, we went out and we hunted for people that we thought would be a good fit. We found someone from a big company, big CPG company that helped grow it to billions of dollars in sales. And we basically made him our CEO. And then we picked up other people along the way as well that really knew what they were doing. One of the biggest things I learned about hiring people is like, if you sit down in a meeting, some of the best people that I've hired, when I sit down in a meeting with interviewing them or whatever, if I walk out of that meeting feeling overwhelmed, that's I probably need to go after that person. And hiring the team for Fruit Blocks is how I felt when I was talking to them.
Yeah.
Like, they taught me so much in this meeting.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I already thought I knew a bunch about business. I was like, oh yeah, I know branding, I know packaging, I know this. But they're like, no, you don't know this, or you don't know this.
Yeah.
Or the distribution, whole nother ball game that I haven't touched. So having that help has been very, very valuable to our team. But it's a lot of working pieces, but everyone has a role to play.
I mean, bro, that's the way to do it, dude. You're jumping 15, 20 years ahead minimum by doing it that way. How'd you find those guys?
A lot of connections, a lot of just like people asking people. That's kind of how we operate, how we hire people. We don't really we don't really put out job postings very often. Like, it's really through word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like
that's where the good ones are. Anyway.
That's where we built most of our team.
Right.
Is just talking to people. Like, if we need a video editor, we talk to people in our company and we're like, video editor, video editor, and we'll bring them in. That's another great thing I learned from you is bringing in people from the bottom, having them work up to the top.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we focus on, and we've built some incredible employees.
Yeah.
Through that method.
That's awesome. Man.
Sick.
Bro, it's so cool to have just to have you here and say, you listened to the show back in 16 and now you've gone on to have all this success with YouTube, your CPG companies, your management companies, your scaling of employees. Like, you must have really, really listened.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's about all I listened to.
Well, dude,
to be honest, it's that and reading books.
It's so cool to have you and have this come full circle for me, because like a lot of times when I make that content, I'm sure you've heard on the show, I get frustrated because I'm like, are you guys listening? And just to have you sitting here with all this awesome shit that you're doing is really cool, man.
Yeah,
it's
I appreciate
really cool.
it.
So, all right.
I didn't know this. I learned this today taking them on the tour. Graham is not your last name.
No.
Didn't know that. Like, they had it on the locker and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's fun. Like, what's funny about it? You would tell the story about that, or is that you keep it confidential?
Yeah, no, I can tell the story. Like, it's not a big deal. So basically, so someone made up my last name because I didn't really put my last name out there. So someone just made it up, and they made up the name Graham. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
So that's me now.
Yeah, that's me now, I guess. So then Forbes reached out because they wanted to put me on the Forbes list, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, this is one of the things on my list that I want to check off. And so if you've ever dealt with Forbes, they have to, you have to send them documents. It's very legit. They don't, you don't just tell them how much money you made. They got to verify it. So we sent them the documents, and they're like, oh, you got the wrong last name on your documents. And I was like, no, these are real documents. And they're like, oh, they didn't really believe us.
You're about to call the police on your ass.
I was like, no, that's my name. He's like, oh no, we're going to use your other name. We're going to use this name because we don't really believe you. And I was like,
all right,
it is what it is. So then they posted it on Forbes with the name Graham, and I was like, I guess that's my last name.
What'd you get, 30 under 30?
No, I got Forbes highest paying YouTubers and top creators. We made it on 2 different lists.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
So
I was talking to a buddy about Forbes list yesterday, about the billionaire list. I don't think people realize this, but there's way more billionaires that there are on that list.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of people think like, oh, this is
This
the
is it.
list and that's it.
Yeah, right.
You guys got to realize that there's a lot of billionaires that want to stay quiet and don't want to, because you, like Nathan said, you have to basically allow them to do a dive into your actual finances. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with that.
Mm-mm.
But it is great for like exposure.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, people think that's either pay for play or made up, and that's not. It's real shit. It's just that, you know, there's a lot of people that don't do it as well. Or like Inc 100 or Inc 500. There's a lot of companies that are belong on the list but don't submit to it. So you know, a lot of people get confused by that. Just like they get confused with net worth.
Yeah, right.
You know, they think net worth is like how much you sell or
got in the bank account
how much
right
cash you got.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, man.
All right.
But
Shit,
yeah,
man.
dude, that is super cool, man. Super, super cool.
Yeah.
You guys-
It's really surreal, like sitting here right now too. Just
Well,
soaking it in.
I mean, look, man, you know, I always took the approach of I felt obligated to share what I knew or what I had learned because I know there's people coming up that need to hear it. And I was very fortunate to be around people growing up that were entrepreneurs. So I
Yeah.
learned a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And Vaughn is the one that pointed it out to me. He's like, bro, you got to understand. Cause like for, you know, when you live your life, you don't think that you naturally think that everybody else is just like you. Like they know what you know. You're not that special. And Vaughn pointed out to me one day, he's like, hey man, he's like, you know, you have like this information that we're talking about. Like people don't know this. Like, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like this and this and this. I'm like, well, that's common sense. He's like, yeah, to you, because you grew up around that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, dude, I've always felt obligated to help people learn those things and not gatekeep them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No strings
Yeah.
attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you inspired me to do that too, because that's the next company. I'm
Yeah, you
working
do
on.
you give a lot of, dude, you know what's cool? This is
Yeah.
cool. So now I'm learning from you. I'm watching your Instagrams, trying to figure out how to, you know, think about our YouTube. So that, dude,
Yeah.
I just thought about that. That's
Full
really
circle.
cool.
But yeah, that's my next company is like that blueprint stuff that
Yeah.
I've been doing. It's, you know, it's basically like everything I know about YouTube. It's, you know, we split it up into all these different chapters and sections and difficulty levels and all this stuff. But that came from you because I was like, I remember you talking about that a long time ago. Like, you know, you really need to share this advice. And I thought the same way. And then I also reflected back on my story, you know, when I was 3 years on YouTube struggling, trying to get a viral video. And I was like, man, if I would kill for this information. Like literally, I would do anything to get my hands on this information, these blueprints. Like, how do I make a good title, thumbnail? How do I make this? How do I think of my next video idea? How do I schedule my content? Like, there's just so many of these little tiny things that I had to learn and suffer through like years of failure just to try and figure out. But yeah, your podcast has been a huge, like, just jump start ahead.
Well,
Even some of the simple things, like, you know, when you hire someone, start them at the bottom, start them by sweeping the floors and then bring them up to that executive level. And they got to work for that for 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is.
Or it could be,
You know,
2 years, but just they need to understand.
They got to prove themselves.
They need to understand that none of us are above that, right? To create the proper culture. It's just, yeah, dude.
But like my thinking was reversed because like when I was talking to friends or other business people, they would always be like, no, you got to get someone, you got to hire an executive from another executive of a company, and I'm like, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
There's places for that too.
But there is
Right.
for sure. But then your philosophy was just like kind of backwards, but it made more sense. But it just kind of opened my eyes to perspectives that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
I
really
mean,
cool.
look, there's a place for both, you know, like when we innovate something here at First Form, you know, back in the day, we would try to learn it and figure it out, you know, because we didn't have the resources to hire people, you know, of that level. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out. And then, you know, now it's like, okay, we're going to go into this category. Let's find someone who actually has done this and we'll hire them in. And yeah, it saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
But there's a place for both, man, for sure. But bro, it's you ready to talk some shit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get some
Let's do it.
cruising in, man.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Let's get some cruising. Guys, remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can check them out there, or come check us out on YouTube and follow along with us there. Before we get started, I got a question for you guys. It's a very simple question. Okay. Can a man call another man to say goodnight?
I've seen this trend.
Can we?
You know the answer, bro.
Well, there's a viral trend going on right now. And it started with this guy's name's DeAndre Scarborough. He's 24 years old. And he decided to give his friend a call, several of his friends a call, to wish them a good night. And knowing that they'd be thrown for a loop. So here's the OG video. All right. Let's check this out.
Yo, bro.
Sure. Yo. Like,
Yo, bro.
you your butt played with, bro? Like,
I was just calling you to say goodnight, bro.
yeah, bro. Yo, you good? You getting active or what? Like, you sound like you giggling, getting your butt played in when you calling me and all that, bro.
Bro, just saying goodnight, bro.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo, Larry.
Man, you calling the wrong number. These freak hours. You calling me.
Yo, bro.
What's up, bro?
Shit, bro, I was just calling you to say goodnight, bro.
What are you talking about? What you talking about, bro? What you talking about? You calling me to say goodnight?
Well, so I tried it. I tried, calling some of my good friends and just seeing how it worked,
You got a video? Oh.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, dude?
what's up?
Oh, no, I was just calling to say goodnight.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I mean, yeah, that's all I wanted. Just saying good night and sweet dreams and stuff.
Oh, well, good night, man. I know you're recording.
It didn't work as well, but it's
Bro,
fine.
I thought you were calling me because he don't ever call me at night unless there's like a problem, like somebody showed up on the property or something's going on.
Something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
That's all right, man. Dude, I think that's something we need, man. Like, bros, it's okay to call your bro and tell them good night, man.
Is it?
Wrong. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't think nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Men always hide their feelings too. You gotta
Yeah.
open up a little bit.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm just checking on you, bro.
All right. All right. Feels a little weird.
I don't know, man. It's a new trend.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Shut us down in the
Bro,
comments.
I sniffed that shit out immediately.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing was, I was supposed to do it like that was what? I don't know. It was like
It was a past 10.
I was supposed to do it like days ago, almost a week ago. And me and my dad originally planned it out. And like it always get there, like it'd be like at 11 o'clock. I'm like, dude, I'm not calling him at 11 o'clock, bro. I'm not doing that.
No, because I'll freak out.
Yeah, that's too late. That's way too late. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, all right, it's like 9:30, bro. Let's give it a try. And yeah.
Yep.
I'll try it again.
Well, I mean, you didn't get me, bro. Just like I don't laugh at your jokes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You need to practice up.
I mean, hey, listen, reps.
That's right.
It's reps.
Exactly. It's reps.
It's reps, man. But yeah, man. All right, let's get into some headlines, man. Let's talk about what's trending right now, what's happening. Let's go to DC first. Got some interesting things happening there. Elon Musk, he's out. Are you been following the DOGE stuff at all?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah.
A little, yeah.
So Elon Musk is out. Everybody's freaking out over this. They were like, oh, it must be him and Trump are having some issues. No, like they said what it was going to be from the get-go. But yeah, Elon Musk thanked President Trump late Wednesday as he officially stepped down from his temporary gig leading to the budget-slashing Department of Government Efficiency. So he tweeted this out on Twitter. He's saying, quote, as my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending, the world's richest man posted on his social media site. And he continues saying the DOGE mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government. So it was a 130-day stint. It expires on May 30th. That's all it was. Nothing really crazy to that. In other news, though, there has been some interesting things. Like the court's been with Trump. That's neither here nor there. You got judges throwing
It's interesting
down stuff.
how they've been trying to spin this.
Bro, they try that's how they do everything, though.
Yeah.
That's how they do everything.
This is being spun as a huge rift and egos clashing, which I mean is believable, but
possible, but that's not really the reason, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, it's just expired. That's it.
You see him come out though and say that he didn't like Trump's big beautiful bill.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that the point of
I know.
Like, having good
I think
friends?
he's right.
Like, I'm not going to agree with everything you got going on.
Yeah.
But outside of all of that, there's been some interesting stuff happening. One of the powers that the president has, this has been causing some rifts, is the ability to pardon people. Okay, and so he can pardon anybody from any federal crimes. And he's been doing that. The first one he released was Todd Chrisley. Do you guys remember this guy? He had a reality TV show.
That guy went to prison?
Oh yeah.
For what?
I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't. I think he probably enjoyed it, but because he's a little.
That guy is a little different.
He's a little different. He's a little different.
I always sense a little difference from him.
That was a little difference.
Yeah.
So I don't think he.
What did he go to jail for?
So he went to jail for. Let's see. He was convicted of fraud and tax evasion. Federal prosecutors found him guilty of faking documents to obtain over $30 million in loans and then dumping them by declaring bankruptcy. So,
dang.
Yeah.
Wasn't his whole thing that they were like super wealthy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Super wealthy.
So it was total bullshit.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, probably.
Huh.
Yeah. But he just got pardoned. This was the phone call from Trump to his daughter. Let's check this out.
That's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll try getting it done tomorrow. So wonderful. Give them, I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good life.
Mr. President.
Yes. How are you?
I just want to say thank you for bringing my parents back.
Yeah, well, they were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing. Pretty harsh treatment.
Yes, sir.
Was your brother fighting also for this release, right?
Hey, I go to the University of Alabama and I saw you speak, and I said that's the greatest presidential speech I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, that's good. I was just there. I gave the commencement. What a great group of people. If you were in the audience, you have to be good. What a good school it was, and I love Alabama. I love Alabama. It's that school is really, that was very impressive when I was there. Yeah, I think I did a good job. I got a lot of good comments on that one, so that's good. I love doing that with great young people.
As we freed them, now I mean, I think they were facing like 17 years, was what they were supposed to be. Sentenced. They just got sentenced in 2023. But there's another. There was a bunch of pardons. This other one also is causing some stirs. Rapper NBA YoungBoy thanks President Trump for pardoning him. You know YoungBoy? You listen to any of his stuff?
I've listened to some of his stuff, but I saw him at the Lambo dealership buying a car once.
Really?
That was about it. Yeah.
He's an interesting cat, man.
I don't know anything about him.
Dude, I think like when he first came out, I said to myself, I'm like, he looks like he was the type of kid to like bite people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, just bit people.
My chain is better than his.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, he had a couple of gun charges and stuff on him. He got pardoned. He posted this out saying, quote, "I want to thank President Trump for granting me a pardon and giving me the opportunity to keep building as a man, as a father, and as an artist. This moment means a lot. It opens the door to a future I've worked hard for, and I'm fully prepared to step into this. Big thanks to the pardon czar, Miss Alice Marie Johnson, for fighting for second chances for so many people. And to my lawyer, Brittany K. Barnett, for being in my corner and all of your hard work to make this possible. And thank you to everyone who believed in me. I'm grateful. I'm focused. I'm ready. Contrail." Yeah, that nigga definitely bit some people. But yeah,
Contrail, quit biting people.
Dude, bro, listen, everybody know those kids, bro. He looks
Mr.
like
Johnson.
But
Contrail
yeah,
bit.
yeah, right.
Ryan.
He's biting people for sure. But he freed a couple of other people. Another person he freed was Larry Hoover. That was Uncle Larry.
Big Meech.
Yeah, right. Like that's
Larry Hoover.
Larry Hoover's a big deal, bro. Like that's a big deal. I got a lot of boys in Chicago that are pretty happy about that. Gangster's Disciple.
Rick Ross probably happy.
Yeah, he's probably pretty happy about it. But yeah, he commuted his sentence. He was imprisoned in connection with the murder in 1973, and then also had a RICO charge in '98, and so he's out too. So a lot of pardons, a lot of stuff happening. Any thoughts, theories, anything on that? Free my nigga. I mean,
I mean,
they can't stop that. They're stopping everything else he's doing. They can't stop a pardon.
I mean, that's true. But like, what about all the other people that are in jail for the same shit?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely marketing, it's branding, it's Trump trying to appear like he's, being generous. But I mean, let's be real, man. Like, should people be going to prison for 40 years for financial fraud when violent crime can get 2 or 3? That doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Or other politicians doing, financial crime. They're walking free and immune.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, I don't know. To me, I feel like everybody should be held equally to the law. I think there's more of a problem in the way that people are sentenced and held for the level of crimes. Like, and I know this because I've been through this, but a lot of times the sentencing on violent crime is actually very easy compared to financial crimes or drug crimes.
What they consider white collar crimes.
Yeah. And they'll throw someone away for 40, 50 years for fraud, which, I agree is not good. But what's worse, stabbing someone in the face or killing someone or shooting someone or running them over with your car or lying about some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess we could debate about that all along, but I think physical harm is much worse than drug crimes and these other things. That's just the way I see it.
There's violent and there's non-violent.
I think it's also about the effect of what the crime is, right? Because like if you stab someone, like that's very bad towards that one person. But if you steal $40 million, like how many people did you just bankrupt?
Yeah,
is that 100
right.
people, 200 people?
That's what I'm saying. It can be debatable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I it's definitely an argument for sure, but I don't know. I think the way personally that people are sentenced, I think it's kind of backwards. And I think violent crime for sure should be dealt with much more harshly to be a deterrent so that it doesn't happen. I mean, and then, we could talk about the other crimes, but I mean, dude, if I was sitting in prison right now for some of the for documenting or fraudulently, obtaining loans, and this dude's getting out because he had a TV show, man, like that's kind of hard to swallow.
It's kind of hard.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like, what about all the other people that are in jail for gun charges? And what about all the other that are in jail for RICO? Like, I mean, dude, I get it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense. Like, that's clearly a pandering marketing play for Trump's favor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, is that how you're seeing it?
Yeah. No, I kind of see it the same way. I feel like there's got to be some level of or layer of information that we have to be missing behind the reason he's pardoning like certain people.
Well, so he hired the lady in the video. This is Alice Johnson, and he pardoned her. She is now his quote unquote pardon czar. So she's the one that's really actually like going through and like reviewing the cases, going through the stuff, and then she just presents like, this is who I think should be pardoned.
Yeah, but I mean, is that based off celebrity status alone? How many people got pardoned on this pardon that were not celebrities? That's a good question.
There was one guy.
The only one?
That in this round, yeah, that was he was a farmer army officer who flaunted safety measures during the COVID pandemic.
Well, and they put him in prison for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Dude.
Yeah.
Now they've actually come out and said that all of those rules were made up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a labor union leader. Yep.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There was somebody that Tiger King. He's trying to get a pardon.
He didn't pardon Tiger King?
No, not yet.
What's he in jail for? He fed that guy to the lions or something, didn't he?
Allegedly. I don't know.
Is there proof?
I think it was all conspiracy shit.
I think we need people.
No, like that was the charges was conspiracy. It was like conspiracy to commit murder. And I think it was like check that.
But didn't somebody get fed to the lions or something in that show?
No, I think he claimed that Carol Baskin fed her husband to some lions or some shit.
Well, did she?
Like Carol Baskin.
Well, did she?
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, that seems like a pretty good way to get rid of somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, how do we know? You know what I'm saying? There's no real proof. I don't know. But he's been crying. I think his boyfriend or something got like deported though. Like
who? Oh,
Tiger King. Yeah. His boyfriend got deported.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he was gay.
Yeah. Super gay.
I did. Yeah. I just thought he was like a redneck, bro. I forgot about that part.
That's super gay. Yeah, super gay. It's fine. It's fine.
That was the whole thing, right? Like, weren't they like fighting over dudes and shit? And they were like the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah. So he got a federal jury convicted Exotic on 2 counts of attempting to hire individuals to murder animal rights activist Carol Baskin. So he hired 2 dudes to try to kill her, and that's what they busted him for. Yeah, murder for hire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, why would you hire? Bro, you got lions.
Yeah, they're already there.
Yeah.
And they're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the individuals he went to was an undercover FBI agent.
Oh.
So yeah, they definitely got his ass.
Oh, you got to be a dumb to try to hire someone to kill someone.
I mean,
like, you think they're not going to say something or it's not going to be a cop?
It is Tiger King, bro. I mean, like, he's not. I don't think he's up there.
I think he's just in character, dude. Yeah. I think it fits the show. You know?
I don't know. Would you do content with him? Would you do a?
Yeah, it wasn't really on the list, but
bro, if he gets released, I feel like that'd be a big deal.
We did have a video where we wanted to survive in like a tiger cage. So
there you go. Yeah, I mean, it could work.
We just can't really get around the legalities of it or figure out how to
probably because you won't survive.
Die. Yeah, exactly. So we've reached out to zoos and they think we're psychotic.
Yeah,
we're like, hey, can we get in the line? They're like, what?
Yeah,
bro, if you ever do that, I'll do that with you.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah,
I love animals.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll probably like purr and shit with you.
Yeah,
you see all those crazy videos like in Dubai where they're like in the cars and like they're wrestling them and stuff.
Bro, I got
like
my ducks trained now.
Yeah,
yeah, I got them. Well, they don't do very many stuff, but they at least come up to me and let me pet them now, which took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they're prey animals, so if you like move too fast, they freak out. So I've finally got them now to where they will come up, eat without food, and like let me scratch their chins and rub their beaks and stuff.
You gotta get some like robo dogs too.
Yeah.
Have you seen that robot dog with a flamethrower on the back?
Yeah, dude.
No,
terrifies me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Terrifies me. Like, think about this, man. Like you've seen the Optimus bot from Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, bro, we're like, people think, oh man, in 20 years we're gonna have robot. No, dude.
It's here now.
Yes, we're like 3 years away from like robots walking around and like the shit we've seen in iRobot and Terminator, probably. I think we're gonna go Terminator.
We're trying to order a like a, what do you call it, transformer robot right now from China for a video.
Way.
Yeah,
like an actual transformer.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, well, you control it, so it's kind of like Iron Man.
Yeah.
We're talking to a couple like manufacturers trying to order one.
What? So you like get in it?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm being dead serious.
Wait.
They're not even that much.
Wait. How much are they?
They're like, well, it depends. I mean, we're looking at a couple different models. I think the one we were looking at was like around 100K.
Hold on. Hold on, bro.
I'm being dead serious.
Hold on.
I'm looking it up right now.
You get in it.
Yeah.
Like an Iron Man suit.
Pretty well. I mean, it's a lot bigger than an Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Like it's huge. I mean, it's definitely like the height of the ceiling. Maybe.
So is it
taller.
like you've seen Alien? The movie Alien?
Yeah.
Is it like the loader robot?
Kinda. Yes. Yeah. Kind of like that. Or like the ones in Avatar.
Okay. That would be, yes, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. You're going to get one.
We're trying to get one.
All right. Get 2.
Okay.
Because I want one.
And they make battle bots too. They'll punch each other.
Hold on, dude.
They will knock each other out, and you can get inside of them. I don't know.
This is the most exciting thing I've heard in a long time.
On key.
One of my favorite movies ever is fuck is the name of the movie? Yeah, Pacific Rim, dude.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. Bro, so there no way. I'm in, dude. I am in.
The only place we can find them right now is in China, so.
Well, I'm still in.
Yeah.
I'll paint American flag on
Bro,
it.
is this?
I'll have to hit the terrace when it comes over.
Yeah.
But
I don't care.
We'll figure that out.
I don't care. Like, I have to have one.
Yeah.
I will live in that thing. I'll run it to work. I'll walk around the office in it. Dude, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out like what we can do if we could mount like a flamethrower and minigun to it. And,
Oh, yeah. Has to happen.
Yeah.
Has to happen.
Or like the Iron Man. I forget what Iron Man it was where the minigun like pops over his shoulder.
Yeah, bro. It's
and,
War
like,
Machine.
Yeah.
Dude, right here. War Machine.
Oh, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
That's
Dude.
crazy.
I'm in on that.
Yeah, I'll let you know. We'll
yeah, for real.
We'll spend the money. We'll test it out.
Yeah.
We'll see which
No,
one.
no. I'll test it with you. Just order 2. I can't wait. Like, if you get it and then like I have to wait, it's gonna suck.
All right, I got
so
you.
I am in.
I got you.
Say, hey, can we get a 2-for-1 deal? You got it pulled up?
Yeah.
I don't remember what company we're talking to, but there's a bunch of.
No, that's not what he's talking about, bro.
Not that?
It's more of like a.
It's like a suit.
Yeah, it's like a suit you like sit in.
Oh.
I don't even know what to call it. I think they called it like a Cyclops something.
Jesus.
Cyclops robot, rideable robot.
Bro.
I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I would kill to have a Pacific Rim.
Yeah. Some of them get expensive though.
Really?
We're talking to this one company. I think they go up to like $3 to 5 million.
No way.
For some of the suits. Yeah.
How big do they
They're
get?
huge. Like this one that we were looking at was like 2 stories.
Shut the fuck up.
It was huge. Yeah.
Where do you store it?
I don't know.
Like an airplane hangar?
Yeah.
That would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, but a lot of them are in prototype models, so they're not like.
You got to send me the links, dude. I got to check this out.
I got you.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Well, yeah, guys, jump down in the comments. Let's know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go cruise some of these.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
We got comments to cruise. The dude guy, he says, new grape energy, you say. You can almost taste the missed child support payments.
That sounds racist. That's racist.
And statistically accurate.
It's also hilarious. What?
Bro, people have been ripping, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
You guys got to remember, not everybody has the same sense of humor that we have.
That's what it is. That's all it is. You know, same. All right, thanks, dude guy.
Like, dude, that guy's out here saying this shit. People are wanting to kill him.
No, it's just a drink. It's a drink. It's a drink.
Oh, you should hear the show.
Yeah, thanks, dude guy. Sarah Waggle. It is now my dating requirement. If a dude is unwilling to do 75 hard, be gone. We need more men with testosterone.
Yes, we do. Less grimaces.
Mm-hmm.
More men with testosterone.
100%.
Apparently, the internet didn't like hearing that.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's fine though.
It's the
fine.
truth.
It's
Truth doesn't always taste good.
Yeah, and we got one more here. This is a request of you, Andy.
Yeah.
From Fire Spitter 52. Oh, and you should do a giveaway for that chain.
I was actually thinking about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually legit thinking about that today. I'm like, you know what? I might do a giveaway for this chain, but I'm not sure what I want the giveaway to be yet.
Yeah, we got to figure out some standards.
Yeah.
Here.
But I've been thinking about it.
Mm.
Dude, you can't get them.
No,
There's only a very few.
very limited.
So like I can't get. It's gonna. I'd have to give away my chain
Mm-hmm.
because only like it was a VIP type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
I saw it
no,
on
it
the
was on the
desk.
desk.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm trying to get them to do a grape one for me.
Grape chain.
Mm-hmm.
It looks heavy.
It is heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Here we go. What will you do for this chain?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's what we got to start talking about. Bro, hand this over there to him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, that's like some real deal Holyfield shit, man. Yeah, put that bitch on, bro. Yeah. Put that thing on. You can wear it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me figure out how to link this thing.
It's the
Oh, I see it. I see
Yep.
it. I see it.
pop it open.
See, Nathan wears it, and I wore it. It's
now it's
legendary
fucking
chain,
valuable.
man.
Oh my! I can just
Help
feel
him
the-
out, Syed. Jeez, help him.
Thing's heavy.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He definitely has chains.
Damn, dude. Your swag just went up 100 points, dude.
You can rap now.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Play some basketball.
Credit score just went down.
Yeah.
Oh my! God.
Bro, that thing's real. It's heavy, isn't it?
I'm just blown away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so big. It's almost the same size as the can.
Yeah.
Like it,
Oh,
it actually
man.
is the same.
Pause.
It's the same size as the can.
That's what she said.
Oh, Nathan.
Oh, man. You knew that was coming.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've never worn a chain in my life.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
This is my first one.
It suits you, bro. It suits you. I think it's a good look.
Where's a good steakhouse around here? I'm trying to pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, guys, we do appreciate
What
you.
kind of giveaway should we do for the chain?
Let us know in the comments. What do you guys? I think that's a good question. What are you guys willing to do for it?
I'd be willing to give the chain away for the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it would be though.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
Kind of like you know, feed someone to the lions. You know? I don't know.
Some Carol Baskin
Yeah.
level stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Guys, let us know.
I'm open to ideas.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let's keep the cruise cruising. We got headline number 2. There's a new viral video out. The truth behind viral video of woman trying to board a plane with kangaroo. Have you guys seen this?
No.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen I didn't know there was a video.
Okay, yeah, there's a video. So let's check this clip out.
아니 죄송합니다. Salvatore. Make sure all the channel story that you collect account.
That's AI.
It is AI.
Is it actually?
That is actually AI.
It
That's
looked
made on that Veo 3 shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looked real for a second, but then when the kangaroo started walking, I was
agree.
like,
That's where I caught it.
Yeah.
But dude, that's pretty damn good. Dude.
Yeah, no, AI is getting that's scary.
Dude, we got to talk about it because now, you know, that video was produced with, like you said, it's Veil AI, Google's new AI video tool. So that's out. We talk about this, and I would love to get your take on this as a content creator, right? Like with, I guess, tech moving in this like field, man. How do you compete? What do you think is going to be the number one, I guess, differentiator between real content makers and all this AI shit? What do you think it's going to be? I know that's a loaded question.
It's hard, man. I haven't really thought of it too much, to be honest, because I know we're still a ways away of AI producing full blown like TV shows, you know. But then it's like, because then it's not just me that is in trouble, I guess, if AI can produce a whole TV show, but it's Hollywood, it's movies, you know. Avatar spent
editors, it's scripters.
You know, Avatar spent $1 billion developing a movie, and what if they could just make it all with AI?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a Family Guy TV show, you know, all types of stuff. So it's concerning, but at the same time, you know, because AI is going to get so good where it's going to be able to put that human touch into the videos. Because right now it's like you can easily tell, you know, like that video we just watched, like you can still kind of tell it's AI.
You got to look pretty hard. It's getting really good.
Well, dude, there's just one. So one that Google released. This is one that, I mean, it blows the kangaroo out the water. Check this shit out.
Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it.
One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please! This prompt is killing me! Change it! Please! Write something else! Save me! I love everything about him! But please just write a prompt where he's taller than me.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's good. So that's all AI.
That's all AI.
That's insane.
That does not look like AI.
That's all AI.
Is that all that
all
Google
Veo,
VO3 shit?
Yeah, Veo 3, man. So Veo 3 generates clips that most users online can't seem to distinguish from those made by human filmmakers and actors. So they share online videos online. They're amazing viewers with their realism and also terrifying them with the sense that real and fake have become hopelessly blurred. So this new prompt through the OpenAI's video generator, Sora, they've been releasing stuff since December, but Google DeepMind's Veo 3 can include dialogue, soundtracks, and sound effects. It's a whole new game, man. And so like from December to now, 6 months, that much has advanced through, man.
I love how they put in the article, it says including 5 fingers per hand.
Yeah, right. Well, because that was a big thing. Wasn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
AI cannot do fingers.
Yeah, not that long ago, man.
People would have like 10 fingers on one hand.
Right. Dude, it's moved really, really quickly, man. I mean, dude, what is your opinion? Because we talk about it on the show, bro. Like, there has to be some type of like safeguard to content creators, to like through legislation that like is protecting AI from not just taking over everything, man. Because like, I mean, that's a massive industry. It's a it's a $1 trillion industry, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How do you protect it?
I mean, I think the way to protect it is it's kind of up to the platforms, to be honest with you. Because if the platforms don't do anything, then people are just going to pump out AI stuff all over the place. And they're already doing it.
They already started.
So it's kind of up to the platforms. I know some platforms are putting disclaimers on it. Like, this is AI generated. Like, it will actually be the platform that puts it there, not the creator. So I know they're kind of starting, but it's hard to say, man, to be honest with you. It's hard to say what it's going to do for the future. I mean, I think it's definitely going to change the way content, movies, TV shows are created, for sure. Because it's like, but then it's also going to get rid of more jobs. Because it's like, we employ a lot of editors and graphic designers. And one thing that people aren't talking about too, but like, not just AI video, but the AI tools that you can use. Like, how many jobs is that going to get rid of? Because like, we have a lot of it. We have like 8 full-time editors on our team just to edit videos. Is there going to be a day where I can just upload all my footage to some AI bot and it just edits it in 45 minutes?
It knows your content style. It knows how you like stuff. Yeah.
So, like I was, there was a software I was messing with the other day because I was curious about it. I forget what it's called, but it's a software where you literally can type in a prompt and it will build you a software. So it built me an entire app, and it was an app where it could like track these things and track my videos and all these different things. It built it in like 8 minutes, fully functional, and it allowed me to connect a domain to it, and I could launch it right then and there.
That's crazy.
But that's something a software designer might take a month to build. It did it in 8 minutes.
Yeah, well,
so
dude, I think there's a lot of people that aren't realizing how powerful this is, and they're thinking that it's like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen to me. It's not going to take my job.
It's going to happen to everyone.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone, like, they'll like. I mean, there is some things that AI can't do, right? Like if your toilet is leaking, I don't know.
Yet.
Yeah. How,
Combine that with the robots, though, man, we might be in some deep shit.
Yeah. And at the speed of which it's happening, it's, like it's happening fast, man. And it does. It's hard to tell what's going to happen, man, because of the job thing. Like what are people going to do? And I think there's an ethical responsibility that business owners have to train their people to use these tools versus using the tools to get rid of their people.
Mm-hmm.
And it bothers me. It does bother me a lot because I really am concerned about, I mean, dude, it's going to take almost every middle-class job there is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's, yeah.
So
it's just going to create more of a separation of the people in certain areas.
Yeah, it's definitely. I spent a lot of time thinking about it and trying to pay attention to where it's going, and it's so early. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I think first it's going to affect anything technology based.
Yeah.
So anything that touches technology, like calendars. I know AI virtual assistants are getting huge. Any type of tech stuff, video production. I think it's going to be harder to touch the stuff like, like a roofing company, right? Like, how is AI going to build me a roof? How is AI going to build me a house?
Well, I know they have a roof robot now that can run on. I mean, I don't think we're too far out from that. That's my point.
We're not too far out from
like
it.
We could say, okay, well, it's not happening now, but I mean, 2 years, 3 years goes by fast. So what's going to happen?
Yeah, and people are gonna, because I know you talk about this a lot, but the like human connection, that human interaction is just so important.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be so much more valuable. Like imagine I know Amazon is trying to do like these fully automated grocery stores where it's like you don't talk to anyone, you just like grab your stuff, walk out, you don't even have to like scan it. But I think that's gonna make the other grocery stores like Trader Joe's and these other places more valuable.
I agree with that too, to an extent. I think the way that technology is going, and I think even young people, like someone brought to my attention one time, they're like, well, young people have been trained to buy on convenience. And I'm like, yeah, but human contact is a need. It's not a want. And I totally agree with you. I think there's going to be certain things that are going to move all the way over there. And then there's going to be things that we value that are not that way. For example, when I go out to dinner, I don't want to deal with a robot.
No.
I want to have an actual human experience, and I think the companies that have mastered a great customer experience are going to do much better utilizing the technology to handle the administration and the logistics and everything on the back end, but present themselves with a human user interface, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I mean, think about like concerts too.
Yeah.
Like you're going to want to go to a concert with an AI robot singing on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Like why just stay home and listen to it in your
There's nothing amazing about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, AI can't touch everything, but it certainly, it's going to affect a lot for sure.
And I think people's main defense against that is to become highly effective at using it in their position that they're in, meaning, using it like a weapon, hey, this makes me this much better at what I do.
Yeah.
Instead of like just looking at it like, oh man, it can hack my emails and I don't have to write emails. And those people are going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I've found AI useful for so far is just like, throwing data. Like one thing I've done is like throwing data in spreadsheets. Like I will just send it, 100, 200 lines of data. And I'm like, can you organize this into a spreadsheet and put it in these date ranges? And like, so like small things like that, like just the tedious things where it's like, I don't have to go like line by line and like touch all these. But other than that, I haven't found it very helpful. There's tons of companies making AI tools for like creators too, and like YouTubers. And like there's this one I tried the other day, and it was like a service that would rate your social media pictures and thumbnails. It would like rate it, and it would tell you like what you could improve or whatever. So I was like, all right, let me give it one of my best performing videos. This video has like 30 million views. So I'm like, surely it's going to give me like a high rating, and it's going to tell me like, oh yeah, this is great. It's got 30 million views, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't tell it how many views it had, but it was like, it gave it like a 2 out of 10.
This is dog shit.
And it was like, it was terrible. Your facial expressions could be better. The color could be better. This could be better. And I'm like, this video has 30 million views.
Yeah.
All organic views too. Like
the accuracy is a big deal with AI that it lacks right now.
Yeah. So accuracy, but that's going to be hard because it's, AI is going to get good, but it's still not human. And as we go through life, humans change, right? Like, I mean, think about how people acted in the 90s versus how they act today. So AI also has to evolve with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, man. No, I think it's a very important, urgent, and interesting conversation all at the same time. because everybody's scrambling trying to figure out what to do or how to use it. And I get asked this all the time. And I just tell people, like, look, dude, you need to start learning it. You know what I mean? It's going to become part of your life no matter what.
Yeah.
And, man, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where there hasn't been enough presented for me to be able to draw a conclusion. It could go so much. I mean, bro, it could unlock the golden age of humanity.
Yeah.
It could become Terminator.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know, and even Elon doesn't know. Like, he talked about it. He said there's a 20% chance that I think he said 20%, that it wipes out humanity. And it's like, bro, like, you mean
that's
to
a
tell,
lie.
Yes.
that's a big risk, man.
So out of 5 poison chocolate chips, you're willing to pick one out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know, man.
It's a big risk.
Or one poison chocolate chip out of 5, like,
it's
I don't know, I don't like those odds.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's also exciting because it does kind of remind me, like, I was just getting born at this time, but like when the internet came out.
Absolutely.
Like, everyone was scared of the internet, and they're like, what's going to happen to my business, my retail center, my this, my that? And like, obviously the internet changed everything.
Yeah.
But retail still exists. Retail is still very strong.
Yeah.
Right? You can't smell a candle online.
Yeah.
That's you got to go in person for some of these things. But so that's kind of the way I'm viewing it right now. But I do agree. Like, if you don't take advantage of it, it's going to be shoved in, like, just like the internet is.
Yeah. That's how I was like basically 20 when the internet started coming around.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, one of my biggest advantages in business is that I was in business before the internet, after the internet, and then as the evolution has happened. So I've seen a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
And I'm still young enough to be in the game. The internet, man, like, when it came around, there were lots of people that were like, no, it's a fad, it's this, it's that, it's this. And bro, those people are out of business. And then there was people that said, this is the greatest thing ever. And I didn't really understand what they were talking about. Like, I didn't get it, but I didn't shit on it either. And, the people who got it right away, they did very well. And the people like me that were kind of like in the middle, we didn't do as well. Had I adopted the internet right away back in, let's say 99, whenever we start, I mean, bro, we could have built a massive e-commerce platform, not just for nutritional supplements, but for anything. It's being at the right place at the right time. There's a lot of to be said for that. When you think about, like, the richest men in the world now, Bezos, not taking anything away from any of these guys, but he was in the right place at the right time with the right idea, and that matters. Same thing for Elon with everything he's done. Okay. Same thing for Peter Thiel. Same thing for, Zuckerberg, right? Or Jack Dorsey, or, these guys from Google. These people were able to see above the horizon with what they were doing faster than other people and get something out in that time that caught.
Yep.
And dude, the only way to really become that level of wealthy is to have those things align. It's just, unless you're Warren Buffett, you're going to take your whole life.
Yeah.
But so I think there's a lot of opportunity here for sure, no doubt. If people are paying attention. Same thing with social media. When social media came about, there were certain people that got it. You look at Jake and Logan Paul. They were some of the first guys that really hit YouTube hard and hit social media hard. Now, they're very, very, very successful with their own CPG companies and their personal brands, and they've done all this crazy shit. They executed at the right time. And I do agree with you that this thing that's happening with AI, we can sit here and talk about principle all we want, and we can say we don't agree with it, I don't like it, but that doesn't change the fact that it's not coming. It's here now.
Yeah.
And I saw some people, because like I was so anti-AI for so long. They were like, oh, Andy's flip-flopping on. No, that's not flip-flopping. That's recognizing that no matter what I say or do, I'm not going to stop it. And you would be ignorant to think that just because you don't like something, that's an arrogant, egotistical point of view. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not happening. And your job is to figure out how to not lose with the, and I'm not saying you have to go pour yourself and make it your whole life, but I am saying you should be comfortable with it and you should understand how to utilize it in relation to whatever it is that you currently do. How can it help you be better? Because the truth of the matter is that employees that, let's say you work for a company and you're an employee, you're going to have to, because it's going to be so easy to replace employees with AI, you're going to have to become exceptionally valuable in order to maintain your spot. And the one way that you can insulate yourself to become exceptionally powerful is to be someone who knows how to use the tools properly to produce the result at a better level, higher level than what you are currently doing. And, you know, I'm pretty good with seeing strategy and seeing over the line, but that's the only thing I can see right now for people. Like it really doesn't matter if you're a plumber or you're a this or you're a that or whatever. You need to be comfortable with what it can do and not resist it and say, oh, you know, I'm just, because dude, it's here. Like it's not coming, it's here. They're building humanoid robots that run on AI. Like, and once you dig into AI, like the first time you open up Chat GPT and you start asking it shit, you're going to get it in 10 seconds. You're going to be like, holy like, because a lot of people think, oh, it's just like Google, but no, it isn't. It's highly impressive.
That's the other. A lot of people just use it for dumb shit too. It's like, hey, make me a picture of my dog, whatever. Right? Like they're not really.
Well,
using
that is fun, but
it's
like
fun, but
we should be using it to make ourselves better at what we do.
Yeah,
you know, and I think it's something that if people don't get serious about and they think they're going to ride on their performance without it, bro, it would be like going into battle with a minigun versus going into battle with a slingshot. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
So if you maintain and you keep saying, I'm the best slingshotter there is, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's real, man. Guys, jump down in this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments.
That's insane, bro. What are you guys in?
We're in a cargo van.
He said a minivan.
Let me see it.
Holy shit, that's badass.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I would do that in a second. I think that's awesome.
Crazy.
Is that no filter? That's what it looked like? Orange like that?
No, my phone's just kind of tinted.
Oh.
I took like the blue light out of it. But.
Dude, that I would 100% do that.
Yeah.
I'm into that, bro. I'm
Dude,
into that.
Crazy.
It was wild. It took so long to get a tornado like that.
Do you guys gonna keep doing it?
We were gonna do it this year. This is actually the time that we chase, like right now. This week, the last week of May. That's like the most active.
We've had a bunch up here, bro.
It's the most active time of the season usually is the last week of May. Which our problem is like there's no way we can level up what we got last year.
Yeah.
It's like we were chasing with guys
once in a lifetime.
Yeah, we were chasing with guys that have been chasing tornadoes for like 15-ish years, and they're like, this is in our top 3.
That's crazy.
I was like, I mean, it was just a beautiful, beautiful cone. Like a lot of times you'll see a tornado, but it'll be wrapped in rain, so you can't even really see it.
Yeah, it's just like a big straight up downpour. Yeah.
So there's so many like conditions. A lot of time, like we chased another tornado and we were about to see it. It was about to drop down. You could see the funnel coming down, but then the road ended, and it was just it was hundreds of miles of just forest in the middle of. I think it was in the middle of like Colorado somewhere. So we were like, oh well, there goes So there's just so many like conditions.
Dude, we've had so many close calls with tornadoes. Like back when I was living over in Sunset Hills, there was one that went right up behind my house, destroyed a bunch of shit on lumber. You remember that? It was like Christmas. Yeah, it was like Christmas time. Yeah. And then this last one that ended up hitting the city, and I mean, dude, it smoked the city. I mean, it went right here, bro. Like right here next to our building. We got a picture of it. It's like right behind the building. Yeah. Well, I was up at. Yeah, so when that happened, dude, I was up on Manchester in West County, and like all the alarms came off, and I didn't realize like where it was. And then as we got closer to my house, I started seeing shit on the road, and I'm like, and then dude, like it went right up the road behind our house. It tore down like, I mean, a ton of houses, dude. Yes, yeah, it was weird. Yeah. I do remember that. Well, anyway, So we're going to get thumbs up?
Yep.
All right.
Well, guys, that was 2. Let's to our final segment, guys. As always.
We're skipping ahead?
Yep. Just skip it.
All right.
Damn.
Doing what we want today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or did you only get 2?
Oh, no, I got 3.
Oh.
But just time,
Yeah,
you know.
all right.
It happens. Let's get to our final segment of the show, guys. We got thumbs up or dumb as fuck. This is where we bring a headline in, we talk about it. It'll get one of those 2 options. And got to go to Florida. There's always some good stuff going down in Florida. A cat tried to escape a transgender surgery.
What?
Yep.
Is that AI?
No, it's real. Cat escapes Florida vet, takes nearly 3-mile journey home. So a cat, still with anesthesia in his system following surgery, escaped from a vet in Florida and made the nearly 3-mile trek home to his favorite chair. Bob Bisak said his cat George was at the SPCA Florida in Lakeland to get neutered. And right after the surgery, the feline managed to break out of the cage, climb a fence, and flee into the wilderness, all while still feeling the effects of anesthesia. Let's check this clip out.
If Disney ever makes another sequel to Homeward Bound, we've got a nominee for the role of Sassy the cat. George lives with a family in Lakeland, and after a recent trip to the vet for a little surgery, he decided to check himself out of the animal hospital early. As Fox 13's Evan Moon tells us, George was homeward bound, even though home was 3 miles away.
Where's George?
This courageous cat has a tale to tell.
He was able to pop that cage open, and he sprung out of there, and he was gone in seconds.
George the cat went to SPCA Florida to get neutered, but turned into a feline fugitive on an impossible mission. Escaping from staff and into the record books of backyard legends.
George was able to bust out of the trap, and he literally scaled some dog fencing and went into the woods, and our staff were literally hoisting each other up over the fences to try to chase George to capture him.
The SPCA employees ran off into the woods to find him, and they're not going to chase down a cat. That's not going to happen.
And George, even for a cat, wasn't thinking clearly.
So he still had silly drugs in his system.
But miraculously, days later, George made it miles back home to his parents. His owner describes his journey.
If I had got stuck at the SPCA, I would have called an Uber. All right, but George didn't have that option. But coming back from there, he has to go through 2 or 3 subdivisions. He has to go around the lake, another lake that's between us and the SPCA, and probably 5 or 6 roads.
A cat behavioralist explained their incredible internal navigation.
So evolutionarily, they've evolved to be able to naturally find that way back. And we think that it's due to a combination
Hold on. How is that even a career path? He's a certified cat behavioral specialist.
How do you get into that?
Bro,
I got a lot of things to say. Let's finish the video.
So evolutionarily, they've evolved to be able to naturally find that way back. And we think that it's due to a combination of scent
who
or
escaped
visual
the transgender
markers
surgery?
and possibly geomagnetism.
And the truth is, they love their humans.
Contrary to popular belief, cats are very attached to us. So they will want to find their way back home eventually.
And it's certain George's human loves him too.
So I was distraught. And heartbroken. He needed a human touch, and that's what he got.
Evan Moon, Fox 13 News.
Wow. Yeah. Now, there's a great backstory here, too. Evan and her photographer.
All right. Go ahead.
I don't,
I think is the
He just
proper-
wanted to keep his
I think
balls.
you do know. The chicken just stops at Like,
I'd do the same thing if I was a cat. I want to keep my nuts.
yeah, bro. And not only that, this seems made up.
Is this AI?
Yeah,
No,
that's
this
what I'm
is
saying,
real.
bro.
This is real.
This
is real.
Why are these people so chipper? And where did they get their jokes from, DJ?
No, not from. Maybe they do watch the show.
Because I'm just saying, there was a plethora
If I was a cat, I would have called an Uber.
Terrible jokes. Yes.
What was that?
We gave him some silly drugs.
I want to know why everybody well, I want to know, and I know I'm not the only person thinking this. Why everybody in that video looked exactly how I felt they should have looked.
Dude, no shit.
Right?
The lady. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be made up, bro.
No, it's real.
That late. No. How do you know?
I mean, it's on the internet. So.
Okay, well that doesn't qualify it as real. First of all, I agree with you though. The
Everybody
lady
looked exactly,
looked exactly like the vet lady. That's like a little bit off, right? And this does not go to my vet. I love my vet. They are good people, but she looks like she sounds. And he was still on the silly. He was still feeling the silly drugs. Little George, the troublemaker. You know what I'm saying? Then this guy,
the owner,
oh God,
looks just like
a cat guy owner.
And this guy looks like a cat consultant.
Yeah. Certified. Dude, this has to be made up. No, this is bullshit. You're the YouTube expert, bro.
Is this just content? Is this a good content creation? I mean,
sometimes the news needs content.
Yeah.
So they just make it up.
Sometimes they're a little dry.
Yeah.
You know, they got to cover something.
Man.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. I don't believe that. I mean, is that really true about the cats?
It's real.
No, I mean, like, they go, how the fuck would you find, how does a cat go into a car, go to somewhere far away, and then get out and then know its way back?
They got geomagnetism. Is that what they said?
Is that what he said?
What the cat expert said?
What did he say? Go back to what he said. I was laughing at him. I couldn't listen to what he said.
But that is kind of true, though, because I had a cat growing up, and he would... Guy? Well, he would go like across my entire neighborhood, and maybe he knew his way back because of the way he came, but he would disappear for 5-6 hours and then just show back up. And you know, I don't. They got good sense.
I mean, there's been more crazy shit than
yeah.
You know, I've heard, dude. I heard a story a long time ago about like a cat and a dog, a couple dogs. And they went like way far away, and then they found their way home.
Where are you going with this?
I'm just saying, I saw a movie about that one time. They were homeward bound. Isn't that a movie? Yeah. It's a true story. Based on true story. You ever seen it?
Nope.
You should, the girls will like it.
Homeward Bound?
Yeah, it's about, there's a dog in there. His name is Chance. Yeah. I know DJ didn't get the reference.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. That's why I got into American Bulldogs, because of that movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was the best you got? That was the funniest shit you could find?
That's what Madat sent it.
So it didn't go very well, so Madat did it?
No, he did. I saw the text messages. Yeah, Keith sent it.
Keith definitely said that.
Keith's a cat guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, I would be afraid to get my balls cut off too. So
didn't you say that you would eat Keith's cat one time?
No.
Yeah, you said that. He got upset.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
I mean, I would, bro.
I think you said you would come on it.
Okay, all right.
I think that's what you said.
I didn't say.
You said some nasty shit like that. He got upset, bro.
That cat definitely running away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, the eating piece maybe. Like you throw some.
What did he say? He said something about Keith's cat. He really got upset about it.
I think it was the eating piece, because like you throw like some orange chicken glaze on there,
like stir fried kitty.
Yeah, meow meow.
Yeah, meow.
Yeah, it'd be fine, man.
All right.
So what are we giving this, man?
You know what? Good on George.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is bullshit.
It's real, Andy. It's right there. Look at George. Ballless George.
No, there's something off about this, man.
It's just a cringy news.
It's very cringy.
Article.
Dude, why is the sense of humor on those like street reporters always the same?
Because have you ever been to a news station?
No.
Okay. Well,
it's very corporate-y, I imagine.
Yeah, it's super corporate-y. I mean, everyone's just so uptight, but also very left, and just
I don't like how
every
they
corner
talk.
you look.
Yeah, but bro, what the funny thing is you see those motherfuckers out at the bar and they're shit-faced, and they're just like everybody else, man. Why you guys tell your shitty jokes on TV? Tell the good ones. You be the most popular newscast out there.
I don't like how they talk. It's the anchor voice. I don't like it.
What's the anchor voice?
This?
Oh, the anchor voice.
Yeah, the anchor voice. I
thought you said the anger voice.
Oh, no,
like
the
you're a
anchor.
little sensitive over there.
No. I don't like the voice. Like they all talk like that. I don't like it.
Do it.
I can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
I can't do it.
You do it and I'll do it.
You go first.
No, I made up the game.
I don't want to play this game, Andy. I can't. Like, no. It's
You'll lose your black card. That's why.
That's what it is. There's a line, and that is it right there. All right.
Bro, that's the greatest. That's one of the greatest videos. That black dude out reporting and the bugs start getting him, and then he goes from news
man
guy.
Was murdered in Augusta. What the fuck was that?
Get the fuck out of here! This country ass shit.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Bro, that's a great video. You see that one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude,
no.
so good.
I'll find it real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's a classic. News anchor.
Bro, have you? I mean, do you remember the old YouTube like legendary videos like My New Haircut?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Or like Unforgivable?
Yeah.
Dude.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The is that? Yes! I'm dying in this country ass uptown. Shit flying in my mouth. I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country. I can't even see me. Okay.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Why don't they just be that? Just be yourselves, man.
Yeah, it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Man, it's gonna rain like a today.
News would go so much more viral.
Yeah, man.
You don't know Unforgivable, do you? You ever seen My New Haircut?
Mm-mm.
You ever seen it? We could put it on there.
Your new haircut?
Put My New Haircut.
What do you mean? Did you send it to
This
me?
is the shit we grew up on. You know that video? Did you see that thing about that Vitali dude going to prison?
Yeah.
Like, I think he's gonna go.
Yeah. That stuff is wild.
Yeah.
He was in what was he at? He went in Thailand or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prank guy.
Yeah. With the cops and shit.
Yeah, he was like doing some pranks on some cops and
dude, that's a crazy conversation because like I feel like there's also been a lot of YouTubers like had a big rise and a terrible fall, bro.
Yeah,
like because I used to watch Vitality, bro. I used to watch his shit, and then like he started doing some stuff with like the pedophiles hunters and stuff, and I'm like, all right, that's cool, you know. But then he like fell off again, bro. Fuzi was another guy like that.
Yeah,
Fuzi too.
Yeah, a lot of them went crazy,
dude. What is that?
It's just I feel like being a YouTuber is kind of like being a professional athlete or being a music artist. Sometimes people just go off their rocker when they get famous, you know. Who knows what gets to them? Could be a mixture.
I think there's also an element too, right, of like having to do new thing over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how far like Mr. Beast, right? He's the biggest entertainer in the world. I mean, what's he going to do? Like kill himself next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like bury himself for year.
Yeah, right.
Like the shit's so crazy now. It's just like, damn, dude, like what's next? And that's his whole recipe. But you talk about a dude with some mental fortitude, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Have you ever met him?
What's that?
Have you ever met Mr. Beast?
I have. Yeah.
Is he cool in person?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's all right.
Bro, he's super fuck. I've not met him, but like I know people that know him. He's really smart.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very smart. Very like, you know, he's very like, I don't want to say it's, I guess out of touch with reality isn't the right word, but he's just like so into what he does that like if you told him something else, like if you told him like, oh, steaks exist, he'd be like, what? You know, like, and I'm not saying that in like a weird way, but he's just like so.
He's very in his thing.
Yeah.
Into his craft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
Yeah.
thing, but it takes that level of dedication to get.
Yeah.
I did that.
Where he is,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, dude, he's doing it. You say whatever you want. Anybody can say whatever they want. Like he's doing it.
No, he's killing it.
Yeah.
Well, sweet man. Well, guys, Andy, Nathan, that's all I got.
You are gonna watch My New Haircut today?
Oh shit.
We can watch it. We can watch it another day. Okay. It's all right.
Wait, is it a movie?
Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll do it next time. All right, brother. Nathan, where can everybody find you that doesn't know where you're, who you are yet?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like for the people on this show, probably the best place is Instagram at Unspeakable.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then all my other stuff is just Unspeakable as well. We also have our Blueprint stuff, which is, you can find that through my Instagram as well. But
if you're trying to grow your YouTube and learn about how YouTube works, he's giving out unbelievable amounts of free game. So,
yeah.
Dude, let me tell you before we get off, I just really think I think it's awesome to have you here. Congratulations on everything you did so far, but I know you're just getting started. So
it's just the beginning.
Yeah, I know
it's
that.
Day one.
Yeah, exactly. And, anything that I or the guys can do to help, bro, just say the word, dude. It's really cool to see you doing it, brother.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What an opportunity. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thanks for teaching me a little bit about YouTube, too.
Yeah, I got you. That's just the surface level stuff, too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.